I'm going to talk about James Conner and how James Conner is once again going to finish as an RB1. That means top 12 running back in points per game in the year of our Lord 2023. You want to know why I think that, Dustin? Ask why I think that.
Why, Jake?
I'll tell you why, damn it. Because in 3 of the 5 seasons that he has actually played as a starter, he's already done that, including his 2 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals. So in 2022, he was the RB10 in points per game. In 2021, he was the RB9 in points per game. He had a couple of down years at the end of his run with Pittsburgh, RB26. He was the RB17. You know, that magic season we got when he first came on the scene, taking over for Lev Bell. Nice. Mm-hmm. Got to drop that twice in one episode. He was the RB7. Here's what's crazy. His ADP is RB26. His literal basement. He's never finished worse than that in points per game. I understand the injuries. I get it. He's injured a bunch. For the games that he is starting, you can feel comfortable starting him, though. Whatever games he doesn't play, guess what? You don't have to play him in your lineup. You can find somebody to fill in those couple of weeks.
Is that how that works?
It can happen that way if you want it to happen that way. But here's some interesting notes that I found. So Kyler Murray is kind of a big missing piece to this, potentially, because we still don't know how many games he's going to play, when he's going to come back. Seems optimistic one week, and then this last week, they're like, I don't know, there's no real timeline. Well, shit. Okay, so is it going to be Colt McCoy who's the quarterback? That's fine. That's actually fine for James Conner, because in the games that Kyler Murray was out last year, he averaged 18.9 fantasy points. That would have tied with Derrick Henry for RB4. He was even better without Kyler Murray there because there was more dump-offs to be had from the backup guys. So, great. He can come out with a bang starting there without Kyler. Let his ADP fall even a little bit further once news comes out that maybe Kyler's going to miss a few games. Give me all of that. But Graham Barfield put out these stats. Also pretty great stuff. He was the RB1, the top guy in snap percentage when his team was leading. Now, again, if Kyler's not there, can we trust that? No DeAndre Hopkins. How often is this team going to be leading? Don't worry. When they were trailing, he was the RB12 in snap percentage. He's always on the field. He's running a ton of routes. He's getting the end zone work because there's nobody behind him. Dustin, we're Wisconsin guys. We're Badgers. But for fuck's sake, Corey Clement is currently the guy who's set up to be the RB2 on that team. No disrespect, Corey. But what? Him and Keontae Ingram basically duking it out. Tyson Williams is there. If they add one of the pending free agents, I get it. Like if Leonard Fournette comes in, they add him.
Right.
They add Kareem Hunt.
Different story.
I get it. But I still think you should be drafting him where he is, even with that. And his ADP is going to go even further down if they sign. So I'm still into that. Maybe he won't be an RB1 in points per game at that point. But I bet he's still a fringe RB1. Or, high-end RB2. So give me him. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to revisit this one, especially next season.
Yeah. And I'm trying to look this up here right now. Do we know how many games he's played in each of the last few seasons?
I think he was in
13 games.
13
games, 15 games, 13, 10, 13, 14.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I know.
He misses a couple. It's points per game. Again, don't start him those weeks, Dustin. You'll be fine.
I know. I understand what you're saying. I suppose where you're drafting him, it's a low risk, kind of a high reward type guy. And I guess, I'll throw my own argument in my face. It's the George Kittle rule. He misses a few games every season, but the games he starts, you're going to start him or the games he plays because he's going to get you points. So basically, I'm throwing my own argument. I'm arguing with myself right now. So Jake, yeah. Well, it doesn't feel good. Something about this
feels
just doesn't
great to
feel.
me.
It doesn't feel good, which I guess is a good bold prediction then.
There you go. I'm making up for the Geno one by adding an extra layer of spiciness here. But I've said this, like, where you're drafting running backs is so crucial this year, and I'm probably just going to pass on the majority of the top end guys because, like, all the concerns about the holdouts and the contracts and the whatevers. Like, give me this group in the middle. Give me James Conner and Alexander Madison and Aaron Jones and Miles Sanders and even Cam Akers. Like, give me that clump of guys, and I'm fine.